What's up everyone, my name's PlatinumHowler, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you my Week 5 match of the APA Academy versus FlameHorizon and his Minnesota Lycanrocs. You can see our team up here on the screen that we're bringing. I'll just go over it to kind of give a refresher to those who may have not seen the team builder. I could use a refresher as well, honestly. So this Heliolus Kier is Sash and actually dry skin to take on his Gigantamax Lapras. It has light screen and glare as well in case he's like a Dragon Dance Lapras, or can also paralyze a Dragon Dance T-Tar. Torkoal is actually not even bringing Drought, it's Shell Armor so that we don't get crit by something like a Stone Edge or something. Necrozma's Weakness Policy of 3 attacks and recovery. Copperajah is more than likely going to be our lead because it has Stealth Rocks and I want to keep the rocks up for the entirety of the game. And then at the bottom we have our Breaker Core with Swords Dance Mimikyu, which I hope to clean up the game, and Swords Dance Gallade, which I hope to break through the Corviknight so Mimikyu can actually clean up the game. That is going to be our team, and we are going to lock this in for this competition against Flame. We are ready to participate, and we are going to battle in land mode in 3, 2, 1. I am 151 this time. So very interested to see how this team will perform this week, because it is quite a bit of a different team from what I've brought in the past, and what I have been bringing has been quite successful to this point, but it is my mission to make this team the best it can be, like going forward, like in the long run. So in order to do that, I need to make sure I test out some of the different mons that I drafted and not be leaving certain things on the bench constantly. So hopefully the 3 mons that I've brought that I haven't brought a lot of put in some work. So, Corviknight, and I didn't want to see the Persian. That annoys me. The Persian, if it has foul play, could be a big problem. So, Excelgorf, likely for Necrozma as well. Golurk. T-Tar, not a surprise. Persian, honestly, is a good bring on his part. I just was hoping it wouldn't come. Like, if he brings the foul play set, like if he has that on his moveset, I'm gonna be quite annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's just lead with Copperajah. Get the rocks up. The one thing that could have deterred me from leading Copperajah would have been Torkoal, because he also has Torkoal on his team. But because I don't see that, I feel a lot more comfortable leading Copperajah. Good luck and have fun to Flame. I edited my trainer card, finally, so that I can get the matches played in the stadium that I want, which is the Motostoke Fire Stadium. So yeah, there you go, that looks great. Hubert is T-Tar, okay. So I'm very interested to see whether or not he's going to want to stay in here, because Ironhead would do a hell of a lot of damage to this thing. Sure, and in any second now we're going to see the Sandstream activate. There it is. I'm just going to go for rocks. We're going to go for rocks right away. We are Sash, we can live any hit. His only hazard removal is going to be Defog Corviknight. So he doesn't have Torkoal to like be heavy duty boots with Rapid Spin or anything, so that's a good sign. I was thinking that I might have to use Mimikyu as a spin blocker pivot against the Torkoal if necessary. That would have been a very risky play, but I'm glad I don't have to think about doing that. We're faster than him. He's got no speed investment. Ha ha ha! He's got no speed investment! That's amazing! I outspeed him! Because I put enough speed on this to, I put enough speed on this for no speed Corviknight. So I have my sash intact still, and I get a free hit on anything that wants to come in. I'm actually going to go for Heat Crash right here so he can potentially 2-hit KO the Corviknight right out of the gate. If he stays in, then I'll just go for Iron Head on the next turn because I outspeed. He does switch out. Edelgard is the Corviknight. Hopefully we can 2-hit KO this. We should definitely be 2-hit KOing this thing because rocks are up on his side of the field. And as long as he doesn't have speed investment just like the Tyranitar, then... Oh yeah, that's a hell of a lot of damage. That is not fully physically defensive. There are the leftovers. I have nothing in stopping me from going for another Heat Crash. Jolly Copperajah was massive here. The fact that it outsped Tyranitar was not banking on that whatsoever, but the fact that it does is so big. So if we KO here, if we outspeed and KO, he goes into what? Golurk, I would think, or potentially Lapras. It'd be nice to bring the Oh, he's gonna switch double out again. Okay, goes into Ray. I think that's Lapras. Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna take the Stealth Rock damage and this Heat Crash damage as well, plus the Sandstorm chip. I am totally fine just leaving Copperajah in here to click Iron Head. I cannot click Whirlwind. It doesn't work on Gmax Mons. So I'm just going to click Iron Head and get some damage off. I would assume that the combination of Gmax Resonance and Max Geyser will knock me out. Gonna make sure we count turns of Aurora Veil on his side. Assuming he's going for the Veil right here. Oh, we outspeed the Lapras too, wow. He's got no speed investment on anything. So we're Sash, so we're living this. Doesn't even bring us down to our Sash. That was a crit, wow. And he's no longer taking Sandstorm chip. So we're just going for Iron Head again. So Veil didn't go up after all, but he can knock us out with Gmax Resonance here. Oh, that would have been so nice if we could have got the kill right there. That's too bad. But we can go into Necrozma and click Brick Break right away to knock this thing out and get rid of the Veil. So one turn of Veil. Copperajah did phenomenally this game. I'm just gonna go Necrozma, click Brick Break. He could go into Golurk if he wants to prevent me. Excuse me, to prevent me from getting the Brick Break off. That would be a good play if he did. But if he did do that, then a lot of damage to the rocks. If he did do that, then the Lapras is like just death fodder for him because it would die to rocks. And he does let us stay in and knock him out, and we're going to get rid of the Veil right away. Perfect! Very good start for us so far. So down goes the Lapras. Corviknight is very low as well. This is actually a good play on his part to go for the Max Geyser before he went for the Max Resonance, because... Actually, no, it didn't really matter. Because if he went for Max Resonance first, then Ironhead wouldn't have been at full... he would have got the damage reduction from that, so that would have kind of... yeah, here's Golurk. I don't want to stay in on this thing because Rain is up, which then the Rain is neutering my recovery right now. So, Lapras is gone. I can honestly go hard into Heliolisk. I don't really need Heliolisk. I don't really need Heliolisk, and if he goes for Shadow Punch, then I'll be immune to it. My Sash obviously is broken, so I can't live any one hit. Perfect. And we're actually going to get healed up by the Rain, and that brings us back up to full HP. Oh, that's clutch. That's clutch right there. He doesn't really have a great switch in. I'm just going to go for Grass Knot. Excelgor would take it well, but I don't care. I can just Volt Switch out on that and more than likely knock it out, because Excelgor is going to take rocks damage. So out goes the... Okay, Tyranitar's coming in, but he's going to eat a... he's gonna eat the Grass Knot here. And we'll see how invested in Spadef he is, because of course he is... Oh wow, that does a lot. Okay. So I honestly don't think it's worth holding on to this. I think my play is to just Grass Knot this again. See what he wants to do. Oh, did we get a crit right there? No, we did not even a crit. I think that was just a very high roll. I was not expecting to get a kill there, but the fact that we did is huge. So T-Tar is now down. Persian can come in and outspeed us, but we are max HP. So as soon as okay, I'm gonna count turns of sand because that affects Necrozma's recovery. So 2 turns of sand are up. There's no reason for him to be Smooth Rock Tyranitar. Catherine? Yeah, Persian, okay. Theoretically, we could save this and go into Torkoal, because Torkoal is not something I need right now. I could potentially spin away the rocks as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Torkoal. I don't need it. I don't need it for anything right now. All that I need right now is I honestly don't need I might not need Mimikyu to get a Swords Dance up to win. He U-turns out right away. He can go into Golurk then. If he goes into Golurk, I'll just let him kill me, honestly. So that will be if he goes into Golurk and knocks me out. I will have... He will only have 1 turn of sand left. We'll just go for a Lava Plume. You don't really need Torkoal at this point. He's probably very confused at the fact that we're not the fact that we're not Drought Torkoal. He's like, I imagine he's like, oh no, he misgened his Torkoal. He's not Drought. But he has already seen that I'm Dry Skin Heliolisk, so yeah, Earthquake. I'm guessing this knocks us out, but we do have a lot of Fizz Def. Yeah, it still kills. Okay, I think that we should just go back into Heliolisk and click Grass Knot again. He switched out the first time, but I don't know if he can afford to switch out again. Yeah, honestly, I don't think Mimikyu needs a Swords Dance up to win the game at this point, because Corviknight is so low and is shown to not be fully physically defensive, and it's going to come in on rocks as well. So it should be in range to die from a neutral Shadow Claw. We shouldn't be going for a Swords Dance because Persian could have Foul Play, and we're just boosting his damage output at that point by going for a Swords Dance, and we're also like we'd be giving up our Disguise when we don't need to be. So he does leave this thing in. Oh, that's not gonna kill, okay. So he's gonna knock us out with Earthquake, that's cool. Sand should go away. Honestly, Corviknight, or excuse me, honestly, Mimikyu should be in a good position right now to just come in and, or we could go into Gallade. Could go into Gallade and click Leaf Blade. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Gallade right now and knock this thing out with a Leaf Blade. Yeah, I definitely am not going for a Swords Dance. I should be able to live any hit from, yeah, so Sand is gone, Golurk's gone. I should be able to live any hit from Persian. Should be able to live any hit from Excelgor. I probably can't KO the Excelgor because I don't have Psychic Stab. Corviknight can't come in because I'll just knock it out with a fighting type move. Byleth is Excelgor. Yeah, these are all Fire Emblem nicknames. Poison Jab is my strongest move to hit this thing, so I should probably just go for that. I have 3 Mons left right now? Yeah. I'll just go for Poison Jab. This shouldn't be doing it too much to me, unless he's Specs. I don't think that's Specs. Oh, he's Throat Spray. Huh. Interesting. Ah. Okay. I'm gonna pull a switch into Mimikyu, and he's gonna burn my disguise, and I'll just knock him out with a Shadow Sneak. If he switches out, into Persian to be immune to the Shadow Sneak, then he's just gonna die to rocks. Yeah, honestly, too bad that we didn't. It would have been nice to have Psychic Stab on there, but that was never the play. That was never, like, a thing for me to do. We'll knock him out with a Shadow Sneak more than likely right here. And then Persian probably comes in, and we'll see what it can do against me. But then Necrozma should be able to win the game. Is there any chance we can preserve a 3-0? That's no, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea to try to preserve differential if he has foul play. Because if he does have foul play, he's going to be activating my Necrozma's weakness policy. This is going to die to a Shadow Claw, 100%. So I'm not sure what kind of coverage Persian's going to have for me, if he would be able to knock out Gallade from the range that it's at. Yeah, that's dead. I don't know if he just needed to try to stall out some Life Orb turns on my Mimikyu, if that was his play, but at this point, Necrozma just clicks Photon Geyser and wins. So this thing, Persian could have Iron Tail, but he'd have to hit that. I don't know how much Play Rough is going to do. He should be at like 75% with his Persian. I mean, Persian, it's pretty frail. Like, it might die to a Play Rough. And I don't think Foul Play would knock me out. I think the only thing that he can do with Persian to knock me out is click Iron Tail. If he were a Lowland Persian, then I think he would almost certainly knock me out with Foul Play, because he gets stab boost from it. Throat Chop. Okay, that's not killing us. Play Rough does knock him out. That's a 3-0 win. Mimikyu picking up 3 kills. Swords Dance not required. Awesome. Okay, good game to FlameHorizon for sure. Make sure you go check out his channel. We might very well be facing off against him again in the IBL, because he is also in that league. So Copperajah, I have to say, MVP of the team. I was thinking about making some trades and potentially not holding on to Copperajah, but now I definitely have to second guess myself on that one, because it came in clutch here. It outsped things that did not expect to like it didn't. Like Tyranitar, no speed investment. I was not expecting that. It outsped the Lapras as well. Like, with the speed investment, it outsped a lot, and I could afford to run the speed because Copperajah just isn't that bulky. It just doesn't take a ton of hits. It doesn't take a lot of hits that you want it to. So why not just run speed and try to outspeed a lot of your a lot of the opponent's middling speed tier mons, and it worked out perfectly. We called that Corviknight switch perfectly as well. I mean, it was a safe play no matter what, because like he saw that Copperajah outsped his Tyranitar. He didn't really have anything else to switch into a steel type move. We don't know whether or not he would have the Copperajah would have outsped the Golurk, but if it did, I'm sure Ironhead would have been a 3-hit KO on that thing, and if it did outspeed, then we had our sash so that we could live any hit from him, and we would have been able to 1v1 the Golurk. So Golurk picked up. Honestly, I love Golurk. It's a great mon. It picked up 2 kills in this game, so good for it. What got the other kill for him? Oh yeah, Lapras. Lapras killed the Copperajah. So yeah, so all of our mons that we didn't use, that we haven't used a ton, they all hit the field and they all did their job. Like Heliolisk got a kill, Gallade got a kill, Copperajah didn't get a kill, but it put in a ton of work. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think about holding on to certain things after this game. A lot to think about on my end in terms of how I want my roster to look come season's end. So once again, good game to Flame. Make sure you go check them out. We are now 5-0 plus 14 at the midway point of the season. That's a very, very good spot to be, if you ask me. And hopefully we can continue our trek upwards up the league standings as we face Slackout and his Northern Weasels next week. So we'll see you then.